Hey there YouTube, good evening. Tonight I want to give you guys a tip on working on these Magnavox Micromatic record changers. I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube as far as maintenance and repair of these changers, but there's one issue people forgot to nip in the bud and address. That is the idler wheel mount. Right here that the idler wheel sits on. Here's the idler wheel. And as I'm moving the speed selector back and forth, you see the idler wheel moving up and down. The idler wheel mount, it's supposed to move back and forth like this. It's supposed to dance around as you're jiggling it around with your finger. Sometimes it gets seized and not move at all. When that happens, your changer may not work as far as the platter moving. In this case, on this changer, the changer only worked at 78 RPM, and 78 RPM was pretty slow. And the idler tires are in pretty good shape on this one. The rubber's pretty good on the cycling wheel and the idler wheel. To service the idler wheel mount, you're going to need a precision screwdriver to remove the screw that mounts the idler wheel to the mount. Okay, just unscrew it. And be careful not to lose the washers for the idler wheel. There's one washer right in the center of the screw, and there's one that sits on the bottom of the mount like this. And here's the idler wheel mount. As you see, it moves back and forth. And it's held on by a C-clip. And you're going to want to take the screwdriver again and pry out the C-clip. Like this. And I'm going to grab it with a needle nose plier so I don't lose it. And you just lift it out. Sometimes they don't want to lift out because they're stuck. You might want to soak the joint with some liquid wrench or PB blaster. Maybe you could apply a little bit of heat to the idler wheel mount to get it loose off the shaft. But I wouldn't apply too much heat. So anyways, you just lift the mount off, and this is the mount right here. And you're going to want to clean the shaft for the mount with what's that? Steel wool. And you're going to want to re-grease the shaft. Re-grease the shaft with white lithium grease. And you're going to also want to lubricate this shaft and this shaft. As you see here, those shafts move up and down. All three of these shafts lubricate with white lithium grease. And then slide the mount back on the shaft after you get it greased. And you take your C-clip, put it back on to secure it. Then put your idler wheel back on. And make sure those washers are on there. Okay? Yeah, the idler wheel is supposed to move back and forth like this on the mount. If it doesn't, your mount is probably seized on the shaft and it needs to be relubricated. Removed and relubricated. And while you're at it, also, let me get this propped up here. While you're at it, you want to clean and lubricate this metal piece right here. As you see here, it moves in and out. Lubricate it with white lithium grease. Also, this shaft that goes up and down too. You see that piece of metal going in and out and that shaft going up and down? Yeah, clean those areas and relubricate those with white lithium grease. And that concludes the video. Have a good night. Bye.